Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Let me tell you about my friends at Naked Vine. Located in Chesterfield, Missouri, serving up all your favorite wine, whiskey, tequila, and local craft beers. Swing by this week for some great live music on Thursday, July 25th. Phil and Carson of the Scandaleros will be out there. Friday, July 26th, Nick Detmeyer and the Sawdusters return. And on Saturday, July 27th, Circle the Wagons with special guest Leanne Fisher. And I will be back at Naked Vine on August 13th for my singer-songwriter storytelling showcase with the brothers Reed from Portland, Oregon area, and Tim Lloyd of Western States. So do not miss that show. It's a $10 cover. We'll be doing a special 8 o'clock start for that evening. Again, we do this show every second Tuesday of the month, so join us out at Naked Vine. Also want to let you know about my friends, Joseph Meyer Club. Find them at josephmeyerclub.com, and if you go over there today and enter my code RPPJMC20 during checkout, you can receive an exclusive 20% off of your purchase. So check out their brand new foaming aftershave at josephmeyerclub.com. Also, want to give a big shout out to Heil Sound for their support and making this show sound great. Recording this intro today on my Heil microphone. So, big thank you to Heil for all their support. Thanks for listening, everybody. Be sure to follow along with Rock Paper Podcast on your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And come on out to a live show. Support live local music. And thanks for listening. Have a great day.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
We're the Dead Roses, and this is Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with the Dead Roses. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yay.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Do you all want to go around and properly introduce yourself for everybody listening?
Yeah. Oh, I'll start. I was gonna be like, yeah, sir, go ahead. I'm Mila Duffy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I play bass and guitar for the Dead Roses. I also sing and write music for the band along with the other girls, and that's me.
That was a great intro. I'm Erin Joe. I play guitar and sing and play the fiddle and the washboard when we don't have a percussionist. Mm-hmm. And Mila's signing a melodica for me to say, and then sometimes I play the harmonica, but I need some extra work on that. And
a little
pretty much
kazoo.
it. Little kazoo,
Mouth trumpet.
It's more like a trombone. And a little bit of whistling. I can't whistle right now because I don't have enough. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And last but certainly not least,
I'm Sarah Springman Shoemake. I sing, play guitar, play mandolin, hang out with these two, write tunes.
Oh yeah, you
yes.
do write some tunes. I write tunes as well,
yes,
sorry.
we all write tunes.
Oh, yeah. This is cool. I'm glad to be here today, getting to hang with you all, because anybody that's been listening to the show, really, like, it's just fun for me to get to meet and get to know more about great St. Louis music. And I started taking notice. I know the group hasn't been around very long, but you guys kind of made a big splash in a hurry. Like, I've been started taking notice to the name, and then I was like, got to figure out what's going on with the Dead Roses here. So,
that's adorable.
So I'm here today to get to talk and get to meet you all a little more officially. We did do some live jamming and getting to share some live acoustic stuff, which was a lot of fun. And but I guess take me back a little bit though. When does the Dead Roses officially get started? This project.
I feel like Sarah's gonna explain.
Well, Aaron Joe is putting on a benefit for the Rock Springs Park Christmas Festival light display.
Yeah.
And she asked me to play, and none of my bands could play at the time, so she put a band together for us. So it was myself, Aaron Joe, and we brought Milo aboard. And we were just supposed to play, just jam out at a benefit, and we were like, wow, this is super fun playing. And we didn't even have a name. And then I showed up the night of the benefit. I went running up to you guys, and I'm like, hey, how about the Dead Roses? And you were like, ooh. And that was when we became the Dead Roses, and then we started getting gigs, and then we started.
Like, okay.
Yeah, so we've pretty much been together since last November. I haven't even known these two for a year yet.
Right.
I have a hard time believing that. I've known
have
Mila
not
for a
even-
while.
Right. I mean, I've known who they were. I've seen them play, but we were not actively playing together or hanging out. And for like, it's so funny how
seen
everything
your name
happens
across
so
the
fast.
facey spaces at one point. And then Mila, I had heard about you. I was trying to get some gigs on my own in Grafton. And someone was like, oh, you got to go to Morrison's and see this Mila girl. She's great. And I was like, there's this tiny bit of me. I was like, I feel like I might be jealous. I was like, another fellow artist. And I was like, I want to play there. Yeah. I'm trying to get gigs. And then I was like, no, be cool. And then I met you, and you were fabulous and so warm and welcoming. And you like invited me up on the stage, and we were fast friends. Yeah. And so I suggested Mila to Sarah. And then you asked if I wanted to play fiddle. I was like, yeah, what's the harm in that?
Yeah.
And like, what if you would have said no?
What if I would have said
Oh
no?
my gosh, we could have missed an opportunity.
Shoot.
Glad you said yes.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all said yes.
Yeah, and then it was like
She
almost
said
a
yes.
surprise to all of us that we all wrote songs. So
Yeah.
then when we were all like, wait a second, we've all written this many songs.
Yeah.
We need to go to the studio
could
as soon as
record
possible.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, what was I think it was just through time we were practicing them and playing them on stage, and everything just started getting tighter and stronger, and it was like everything that we had done individually was becoming better and better by doing it together. And that's kind of how I see like every song that we tackle is like, we're not going to do it the way they did it, even like when it's a cover song. We're not going to do it the way they did it. It's all of our different strengths and different styles of playing coming together that really gives us a very individual sound, even though it's a different singer potentially singing every other song. So
I'm glad we're together.
Yeah.
I love playing.
Just
with
since
these ladies.
November.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty wild that we're already to the point of talking about recording and all this stuff. And but that's one thing that definitely stood out was the fact that all three of you write, all three of you sing, and so it's essentially like, you get a lot of different flavors coming through, being that each person's bringing their own touch to their song, but as the others back you up on each track and stuff. So I don't know, I thought that was really cool. I love that kind of, like I said, it's not, instead of having just one vocal for every song, it's like you get a lot of different variety and everything's a little, so
It makes it really fun for us also, because it's Sarah's turn now. And she's gonna sing these two songs, and it's like you kind of have this nervous kind of thing. It's like, my songs are coming up.
I know, right?
But it's
So
like
we kind of go in a rotation
but then when you're
lately.
done, it's like you're done for another 2 rounds of songs
Right.
from the other. So it's like it's like really kind of
Yeah.
It's the whole night is very fun and fast moving for
Yeah.
all of us, I think.
Right.
It just
It
I
helps
love
with the
that.
transition with the instruments too, because
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
don't, 2 songs and then you switch instead of every
Right.
song switching it up. So it makes for
Yeah.
a smoother transition.
We have a little bit of a musical chairs situation going on with our
musical guitar.
Yeah.
What
Musical guitar.
instruments are just constantly moving around
Yes.
because we all, whoever's singing is normally playing guitar.
Usually. Yeah.
right. What do sound guys think of that, D?
I don't know.
We keep them hopping.
Yeah.
I think we keep them hopping.
Yeah.
Or sound women. Sorry, I should.
Yes.
Most
let's be
of the
correct.
time,
Let's be- yes.
it's either us on stage adjusting it or Aaron Joe's husband Michael. He's like,
God bless his heart.
He'll
Bless
like
his
run
heart.
up to the stage.
Yeah.
So now he's got some remote like fancy system
Yeah.
set up that he can work a laptop, and
All right.
so we're working
testing it
through
out.
the phases of that learning curve.
But I will say that he is not perceptive enough to understand. Like, I will be shooting him darts with my eyes. I'll be like, and I'll just be like blinking, like, please come fix this horrid noise that is screeching out, or like, or maybe it won't even be that. It'll just be like something is like definitely off, and I'll be looking at him. I'll be like, psst, hey, can you fix this? And he's just like, and I don't have my eyes on or my glasses on. And so, like, I can't really see him. Oh, it's a mess. I feel bad.
But he does a really good job.
He does a really good job. Yeah, that's on me. I don't mean to talk negatively. He's amazing.
He is bringing us taco sauce and cilantro. So I'm really happy. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. No, he's great. I love him. I'm sorry, you guys.
Don't.
I just try to be giving him my death eyes, and I'm like, come fix this noise.
All right.
So, Michael, if you're listening, I love you. Come fix this noise.
Well, we mentioned recording, and we are gearing up. I guess what would we say that the record is done right now? We're mixing and mastering.
Well, it's done mixed, and
it's all recorded.
Yeah,
It
all
needs to
done
be
recording.
mastered.
It's done being mixed, and it's being mastered right now by Jason McIntyre at Sawhorse Studios.
Nice.
And we should have it back next week, and it'll be done. And then we just have to produce it.
Yep.
And throw a party.
Jason's a good friend of the show. I had a great time recording with him over there at Sawhorse, and
Okay.
Awesome.
yeah, he does great work.
Good.
I guess I
next
should
up is,
start
like,
working on
artwork.
this CD cover.
Yes. We have our own in-house graphic designer. What's up, Mila?
Yeah, that's nice. Mila loves to make posters and different signs. She put together the video for
The logo.
the logo.
She made the logo.
It's
Did
awesome.
you know that?
It's on Sarah's head.
Did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. That's the logo. I love it. It's like when it's dripping.
It's a drippy dead rose.
It's a dripping rose. It's full of so much emotion, and it's a swirl of
It's not. It's
emotion.
dead.
All
But
of
it's
them
dead now.
but
It's not
it's-
full of it. It's dead.
It's
But
dead.
it's just
dripping.
so dark that it's black, and
Yeah.
there's a darkness.
All of our songs are very dark.
Our,
I don't think we have one happy tune. They're all dark.
Yeah.
And even if they are upbeat, they're if you listen to the words, they're
they're
dark.
about death.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love
Murder,
songs
death,
that are like
love,
up
lost.
tempo and happy.
Yeah.
but they're like, but you haunt my nightmares. Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights. There's a great scene where he's comes back to him, and he's like telling him like he's got some news, and he's like, well, he's got bad news, and he's like, well, could you just tell me the bad news in a good way? And then he tries like laughing the whole time as he's saying it. He's like, that is awful. It's terrible news. And like, so anyway, but just it always makes me laugh though. That's how I feel like about that song. If you can kind of put a poppy kind of upbeat thing to it, but it's still some really dark stuff in those lyrics and things if you listen. So
Heck yes.
but I agree. I love
It's like
that kind
dark
of
pop.
stuff. Yep.
Dark
So.
pop.
Dark pop.
Well, let's drop into some of these tunes we've been working on. This is again, this is all just a live acoustic recording we did, and then but all these songs, right? All three of these are going to be appearing on the record.
Yes.
I forget which songs we sing.
We did Molly Shepherd, The Devil and I, and Heartbreak #2.
Ooh, good choices, friends.
So let's start with Molly Shepherd.
Okay.
Anything we want to add around this particular song?
I wrote this when I lived in Austin, Texas, and I don't know. I just I was like sitting on the couch. I actually wrote it on my auto harp, which is this little instrument that's very clangy, and it had this very like old fashioned sound to it. And I pictured kind of like saloon times, maybe a little bit further on in life than that, because like I also pictured this woman in a car, and it was like this beige like Mercedes-Benz like 300 sedan for some reason in my mind, and she has this like her husband's dead in the trunk because she killed him because he like beat her and was awful, and he like cheated on her, and he like just was this horrible man. And so she kills him, and then she ends up getting caught, and she gets hung for it. And so, yeah. Oh, dang. So that's fun. if it's wrong, alright. It's a murder ballad called Molly Shepherd.
Yeah.
And I just heard in my head, it was like, dun 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 dun, was driving down the highway. And I was like, I used my sister's name at first. And I was like, ooh, what? I just needed like a 2-syllable name. And I knew it was something. And then Molly Shepherd came later. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
That is that a similar process for you on a lot, like just coming up with creating stories, or do you like?
No, it's different every time.
Yeah.
But that's a really good question.
Yeah.
For me, it's different. Sometimes it's the, like, I don't know for how it is for y'all, but like sometimes it's the tune that comes first.
Right.
Sometimes it's the words. Sometimes it's just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've had all three
Yeah.
possibilities happen to me for songwriting. Sometimes I just walk out and I'll just sing a line and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I can work with that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I have to kind of have like a full sentence figured out, and it has to be going somewhere.
I like that.
And then I'll like sit down and write out that sentence, and then from there I'll just kind of build the meter of the song out.
Mhm.
If that makes sense, like because once you have the timing for the first sentence, you might need to tweak it once music is like straight up dropped onto it,
Right.
but I have to have a full kind of thought, and mine normally come from personal experience, and then add imagination.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that when there's like just a little bit of truth in there. I mean, you might not know it necessarily as a listener or as a fan, but once you become friends and you realize like, or if you share personal stories about some of these songs, like when there's a little bit of truth in there, and then it's elaborated for fictional purposes to create the song and stuff. But
Yeah.
Get dramatic.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
But I always liked. I heard Steven Tyler on Stern's show once, like talking about how obviously a lot of Aerosmith songs don't necessarily like make a ton of sense. Like they sound cool, but they don't like. But he was saying like a lot of times they have the music. Right. So they usually have the music bed, and then like he starts like kind of like scatting over it, and like until he gets like the right words that fit in there and stuff like. So, yeah, right. He just says like, right. Exactly.
My sister got that. We got our first like CD player that we ever got. It was like such this giant thing, and it was like this horrible beige color. And my sister got an Aerosmith album. It was called Big Ones, and it had like that like cow udder that was pierced. And I remember being like 7 and just being like, "What is this?" And then she also got Ace of Base, and it came with it.
Nice.
Those were like the first 2 CDs I ever laid eyes on was Aerosmith and Ace of Base.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But only the A
They only
section.
cost a penny.
I still owe them money to this day, I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, so that all happened.
I'm a huge Ace of Base fan. I listened to a ton of '90s on 9, and but yeah, if I like don't turn around comes on, like, I'm just belting it in the car.
We do
and,
some
like,
Ace of Base. We do some Ace of Base.
There you go.
But we have to be careful. They might be Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Fun sidetrack. That could be another podcast. They might be Nazis. Like on this episode.
Conspiracy theories.
There was some conspiracy theory about them.
So they're actually race of base.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right.
Race of Base.
Race of Base.
Womp womp.
Well, let's throw in another one here. Like I said, we again, this is a live acoustic version of "The Devil and I."
Ooh,
Devil and I wrote that when I lost my job and I thought the world was crashing in on me, but then I kind of put it all down to just my childhood. So it's like when the devil and I met was in the Garden of Eden, which is like my childhood. And so I'm attributing all my problems to basically being born this way, so to speak. And but then it ends with I'm gonna break some shit on my way out.
There we go.
So that's kind of how the song ends a little bit. But yeah, it was very much coming from a dark place of where I was at that time. The song it literally wrote itself. Like once I had one line down, the whole thing just went blah.
Was the line "No means to make a living, I struggled to survive, and then lost my soul in Eden"?
So it's let's see, I've been pulled down low from the bottom of my feet. I lost my soul in Eden when the devil and I did meet.
Yeah.
And then the next one is, no means to make a living, I'll struggle to survive. I feel my heart is leaving. When it's gone, then I can die. And I knew my ex was going to move out with my daughter. And
Right.
that was my heart leaving.
Yeah.
And it was like, once she's gone, nothing matters. I can just die. And it was so it's really, really dark. But then the last one is like, is all about taking. You guys got to hear this song. Should I just say the lyrics? It's like, swing my load up on the ridge. You can call me a bitch, but I'll take what's mine. You can ring the bell for me one last time, which means if you have a big enough problem with me, you can be the one to quote unquote ring my bell or take me out.
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah.
It's a heavy hitter.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. That's.
I'm glad we have the lyrics for that. That's nice.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of me. Like I just, I'm a big fan of the lyrics and the storytelling and everything. I mean, I created a show just for it, storytelling and stuff like that. So, so I love this kind of stuff. I love this talk, and like, I mean, that's why I enjoy doing it on the podcast as well as the live show and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I know some people it's more sonic, it's listening to the melodies and different things. But I'm always been a sucker for the lyrics and things.
So maybe we can ask you a question, if that's okay.
Let's turn the tables on Shane here.
What do you think? Like, what's your opinion on? We're putting out our first album, and we're like thinking about the artwork and what goes inside, and of course, there's like cost to that. But like, we were thinking, do we want to have our lyrics in there, like in the fold out, and you open it up and there's the lyrics? Do you think that we should do that?
I think I personally love that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah.
I know we're definitely kind of getting in more into the modern age of where it's just everything's so digital on Spotify and everything else. But me as a consumer and as a fan, I love still owning the physical product.
Yeah,
I buy a ton of records still and everything. But
that's cool.
But I love having that. The liner notes, and I mean, I've always been a fan of reading that and like kind of reading along with the lyrics or whatever it is, or all the different artwork and everything, of course, that goes with it. So I love that when people take the time to put different bonus stuff in there besides just the music on the CD or record or whatever it is. So
interesting.
So me as a fan, I do love that, but I know it's kind of
complete thought.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I like listening to a record from beginning to end.
Nice.
As a complete project because somebody put time to think about like, hey, there's a particular order for these or whatever it is. It might not be necessarily like a concept record or anything.
We're kind of rolling the dice on that right now. We still want to work on it. Yeah.
Some people will agonize over that for ages. We're just kind of like,
we're just like, but I love your song to be first. But I love your song.
Yes.
It's like I think we all just love the music so much together that it's like it's hard to pick the order. I heard like if you name a song. Or if you name the album after one of the songs, it's supposed to be like song number 3 or 7. Or
okay.
Like so they gotta listen to the album and hear the rest of the songs before they get to the one.
Album? What's our album called? Or is it self-titled? Or
I don't know.
Volume 1.
Shoot, man.
Greatest hits.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll just start with the greatest hits album.
All right.
Awesome. Works for me.
Did Sublime do that? No.
I don't know if anybody's done that, but I like the way you guys are thinking. Greatest hits album.
I think we actually mentioned them off mic, but I think the Slow Down Scarlet, I think they actually named their record Greatest Hits.
Oh, that's funny.
But they're very funny in that way. A lot of their songs are pretty silly in that
tongue in cheek.
Yeah, right. So but yeah, I think it's a fun for sure. Like just to think about that.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a lot of opportunities to come see the Dead Roses live. Let's get some of these dates going out there.
Okay.
Let's see, July 25th, you'll be at the Night Market on Broadway
in Alton.
Alton. And I haven't been over there yet, but that's like an
it's
outdoor
nice.
thing, right? Just like
It's outdoors
yeah.
and indoors.
Okay.
Jacoby Art Gallery is right next door, and there's a bar and a musician set up in there, as well as vendors and beautiful artwork to look at. And then there's a ton of vendors outside in the Pocket Park, and there's other bands that will play out there that evening. Food to buy, merchandise to buy. So
Right.
yeah, it's just a
Check
large
out a
time out
Glass
there.
of Harmony. She makes good jewelry.
Shout out to Glass of Harmony.
Yeah.
So you
Shout
got-
out to Sarah McGibney making that happen.
So you got all kinds of
Other
different
friends.
stuff in the market, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, there was some
Nice.
lady. She had these bones. She found like all these.
She does roadkill decorations. She
my
takes roadkill
God.
and
What's
like
her
makes
name?
table decorations out
It
of
was
them. or
amazing.
decor.
Like she was like taking these like old bones. It was like something
she
in
like
moss.
paints them,
Like, what is
yeah,
it?
and like
bones
adds
and
decorations
moss.
to them, so you can have roadkill as
Like just
decor for your home.
immaculately painted.
It's pretty cool, actually.
beautiful Skulls and bones.
She had some rose ones with like a
Gorgeous.
deer skull and a bunch of dead roses around it. I'm like,
gosh.
we may have to get it for the stage
Yeah.
and just like set it there.
There you go.
What was her
And
name
then
again? We should
I
give
will
her a
take, like,
shout
10
out.
I can't remember
steps
her
back
name.
away from it.
Anyways, she's probably going to be at the night market again.
Yeah,
'Cause
she-
by the
she
time
was there
this
last-
airs, it'll probably
Yeah.
It'll be a Thursday.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, come on by there.
Yeah.
We have also on the July 27th, you'll be at Framily Fest.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Family.
In Effingham, Illinois,
Effingham.
at
Yes.
Lake Sarah, and we go on at noon. Yeah.
Named after you.
Oh, I'm jumping in Lake Sarah when we get done. It's going to be hot. We're going to get done
Yeah.
at like 1, and I'm going
Right.
straight to the water.
Sounds good.
Jumping in Lake Sarah.
I'm excited about Framily Fest. That's hard to say.
Yeah, and that's another just like all day music.
Yes.
Well, it's Friday night too. It's
So many
Friday
good
and
bands.
Saturday.
I know.
so-
Framily Fest. But friends and family. Yeah. Lots of good bands. So I'm just happy to be on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be
For
fun.
us.
And I believe Sean Cannon's voodoo player is right.
Yeah.
Good friends of mine. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I get to work with Sean every Wednesday down at Oyster Bar, and
Oh, nice.
he's,
They're great.
Yeah, he does great work. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
every time like it's just a whole lot of fun. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Zena then? Like, because sometimes
Sure.
she's,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Doesn't she have the most beautiful voice?
Oh, yeah.
She's so good. She's, I think she does stuff with them sometimes.
yeah, she usually the Bob Marley
Yeah.
night and stuff.
Okay.
So there's a couple of nights that she sits in and does some background vocals with Sean and everybody. So yeah,
very
she's
cool.
really great.
Yeah, she's great.
August 17th, you'll be at Old Bakery, and that's Alton also.
Yes. Well, we're doing Rock the Hop.
Yeah, we don't know
okay.
our time
Yeah.
slot yet, though,
Yeah,
so
that's just-
that's
we don't-
yet to be
that hasn't been put
determined.
out,
But yeah, so we're playing 7 to 10 at Old Bakery Beer on August 17th in Alton.
And so Rock
Yep.
the Hops that afternoon.
Yep.
Yes, I think it starts around noon, and there's several different bars and restaurants around Alton that take place, and there's just bands all day long. So you can just go to each one
Bands and craft
hear-
beer.
Yes,
There you
all
go.
day long. So
I think
rock the
there's a
hops.
shuttle that runs. It'll take
Yeah,
you
you can
from,
take a shuttle from each of the locations. So
from like 3rd Street down to Broadway and stuff.
yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
August 24th at Hemingway's Zen Garden.
Yeah, that's exciting. They have like what? Don't they have like the best food or something like that? They have like
That's
really
what
good
I've heard.
food.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to try it.
Me too. It's in Belleville, downtown. Yeah.
I'm not
Kind of
sure. I've
downtown?
never been.
Okay.
I think it's O'Fallon, isn't it?
Oh wait, is it O'Fallon? Yeah.
It's
Okay,
O'Fallon.
my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. O'Fallon.
I've never been, but I'm excited to go.
Illinois. Hemingway's.
Yeah. And so what we got September 24th, making a trip to Hillsboro, Illinois to
Oh, yes.
Canton Inn.
Canton Inn.
Yeah.
So that's a little more north, right?
I've never been again.
I think
I'm going to all kinds of places I've never
Tiny
been.
tour.
Like the next few
Yeah.
gigs we're playing, I've never been
Yeah.
to any of these places.
That's
so.
with the Rock Solid bookings and promotions, right? Is that the Canton Inn one? Yeah.
Yes.
So they kind of like got
Helped
some
us get those
for-
gigs.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. And September 21st is the a busy day for you, but you got 2 gigs again.
2 gigs that day.
We got the end of Summerfest.
Oh yeah.
with all sorts of
That's in Livingston,
Yeah.
Illinois. We play 3:20 to 4:20.
I know how we're going to end that show. Side note.
And then we got to hightail it to, oh gosh, where are we going?
We got to hightail it.
to
Where?
Carlisle,
Carlisle.
Carlisle, Illinois for Keys at Carlisle, and we play
Okay.
9 to 1 there. So that is going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
Oh, can we go swimming?
Sure.
So swimming.
We got some time to kill after the festival, so yeah, let's go swimming and then
There
go
you
play a
go.
gig.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep. And then hopefully in somewhere maybe in that mix or soon after we'll be looking to announce a release party coming
Absolutely.
up and stuff. And,
Yes,
so,
it's
for
coming
saying
very
that.
soon.
yeah. Well, keep an eye out. Of course, you can get involved with the Dead Roses on your Facebook and Instagram, and
Yes.
figure out when that announcement's coming up. So yeah, but we got a big summer. This is going to be it's really cool too. Again, like you're saying, you guys haven't been to these places, but it's just really neat to see that getting the name out there farther.
Right.
Expanding the brand and everything. Keep.
I think St. Charles is ready for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's tonight.
Yes, we're playing tonight or last week.
Yeah, all right. as we're recording this, you're heading over to
Yes.
more of my neighborhood out there in St. Charles area
Okay.
on
Hey,
in
if you're
Missouri
free, come
side.
on out.
Yeah,
Yeah. that'd be fun.
hey, you never know where I might show up. That's So I like to surprise people sometimes, like just drop
Come on
in,
out,
drop
Shane.
in.
Yeah.
and,
Awesome.
Oh,
Like
did we
redfish,
mention
bluefish is
Ann?
a pretty thing. Oh yeah, and
We have a special guest drummer joining us tonight.
yeah,
No,
slash last week.
From the Fade.
Yeah.
And is it Carmel
And Carmel
Stevenson.
From the Fade.
Yep.
from the
From the
Fade?
Fade. She's joining us tonight.
Yeah,
It's a special treat for us.
I'm super
we're-
excited. Very
We're all
grateful.
excited.
Yeah,
Because we normally don't have a percussionist.
right.
Yeah,
So-
just me doing something on that washboard, maybe hitting the right beat, maybe not.
Oh,
the
can we give a
mandolin
shout out
kinda-
to Bruce for
Bruce!
Bruce
Oh my gosh,
McLaughlin. Yeah,
yes.
he was actually. We pulled in a drummer from my other band, Tipsy Gypsy, and the Sept Series. He plays with me on
Yeah.
both of them. So we pulled him into the studio for our album. He'd never played one song with us. He'd heard a couple things on Facebook and
Right.
online and whatnot. And so we were just gonna maybe see how it went, and we ended up having him on every song. And he's just a
Yeah.
solid
He's a pro.
Yeah.
drummer. And
Never heard some of our stuff before.
Yeah, I'm
Like
super
my
glad we made
idea,
that decision
like,
to have him.
It worked out great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it worked out
Very
really
cool.
good.
Is that? Like you said, you've had various people sit in on different sets whenever available. But is that something you want to make a permanent thing, or is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think what we have, the three of us, is pretty special right now. We
Magical,
read each
yeah.
other. We have
love
we
each
have a
other.
great flow on stage,
Yeah.
and I'm hesitant to make somebody permanent at this time. It just kind of got to see how it goes. I'd want to play with them several times
Yeah.
and integrate them into the band. Not really be like, okay, this is the person we're picking. Just
Right.
let's see what happens and go with the flow kind
See
of
if
thing.
they like us, if
Yeah.
we like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Are we just the right amount for you? Then great. Are you the
there's
right
a lot of
amount for us?
personality in the band.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's
You gotta
like
have a pretty large personality to make it in
either
this
really
band.
large or
Or really
really
small, yeah.
really timid.
And could be perfect.
And roll with the punches, because I
Yeah.
mean, we're always like, "Hey, you want to try something on stage?" All the time. Here's a song we've never done. Go 1, 2,
She
3,
did
go.
join us.
Anne's down for that.
She came. She
She did
and,
do that, yeah.
yeah.
She played at one of our shows.
Just
and,
on a whim.
It was on
Played
a
the whole
whim.
set.
We're just
Yeah.
like,
It
was
hey,
great.
You want to join us? And she was like, yeah.
Yep.
Her drum kit was already set up on
Oh yeah,
stage
for the
is what it was,
fade.
'cause,
Yeah.
we were closing out the show for the fade.
Yep. We're
and
like, leave that there. Just get behind it, please.
she got up. She
Leave that
just
there.
she just went with it.
Yeah, and it was great. So, and she actually got a practice in with us a couple Fridays ago,
Yeah.
and so we get to play with her again tonight.
Very cool. Big shout out to Ann. She's another friend of the show.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, the Fade's been on twice now.
Oh,
So,
right
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Nice.
Let's drop in one last song. This is one of Sarah's, and this is Heartbreak number 2.
Heartbreak number 2.
So-
What did it used to be called, Sarah?
I just called it number 2, and people are like, "You wrote a song about going to the bathroom," and I'm like, "You are all immature children. You are all immature children." So I had to add the heartbreak in front of it because I'm like, "They're just."
spat out your coffee.
I know.
I think Mila spat out her coffee. Like,
I
was
really
not
had a couple
expecting
people
that.
say that. I'm like, "Yes, that's exact. You got me. That's what I write about." And this song is not about that. It's
Not at
actually
all.
about, being number 2 in somebody's life, about not being number 1 in anybody's life. And it's about maybe some people trying to get inside your head to make you think but you're really still not number 1 in that person's life. And that's like the chorus, hold your head together, don't let him inside. He ain't worthy to take that ride because he's not. So don't let him in, and don't get tripped up on things that aren't real, maybe.
Amen.
Yeah. And then
I think a lot of people need to hear that.
Wonder what it's like to be next to you. Run me out in the morning dew. So much for hoping and prayer. It doesn't matter if you don't care. Way too many games, keep it all fair. And I wonder if I feel this way next year. Hold your head together, don't let him inside. He ain't worthy to take that ride. I knew better than I knew. So sick and tired being number 2. You come running in the middle of the night, and you got me in your hungry eyesight. Think you're sleeping, but can I call? I thought about you all damn day long. Want you to be the tie that binds, even though you tell me this is all a lie. Hold your head together, don't let him inside. He ain't worthy to take that ride. I knew better even than I knew. So sick and tired being number 2. Hit it, You got some great lines, you're so cool. I'll be damned if I play this fool. Hear you say you'll never leave your past. It brings me to my present real fast. I know what's wrong and what is right, and I won't put my heart on the line. Hold your head together, don't let him inside. He ain't worthy to take that ride. I knew better even than I knew. So sick and tired being number 2. I knew better even than I knew. So sick and tired being number 2.
And then the other line, I knew better even than I knew. It's like, you know better. Don't do it. Don't fall for this. It's so damn sick of being number 2 because you're just always number 2 in somebody's life, and you just aren't number 1 ever. So that's pretty much what the whole song is about, just being frustrated about not, having that feeling.
Right.
Well, we're glad you're in our life.
Oh, I'm number 1 in
For
the Dead
damn
Roses
sure.
life. Love it. Love it. Finally.
I was wondering, like, obviously, do you what kind of people do you consider like influences on this thing? I know it's kind of a thing, but like, do you like I know I think what you said, Natalie Maines earlier, like a Dixie Chicks, like kind of thing. Like, is that any of that kind of?
She followed us on Instagram or Twitter. Instagram.
She commented on one of our songs. She said she loved it.
That's
pretty awesome.
Also, that's my favorite part about the internet. Like, it might not even be them, but the fact that like that one of them like commented or
Right.
I was like,
it could be you.
I had a brief Twitter interaction with Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, and I was like, hey, that's really cool. Like, he So he does a show on Sirius XM 90s on 9, and
yeah.
And
I
he said
listened to that.
he said tweet at him, so I'm like,
channel.
all right, I did, and he's like, hey, thanks, brother Shane, or something like that, and I was like, so that feels cool to me, like
Right.
having that moment, but
Right.
but that's the fun part about the internet.
Well,
But-
in a previous interview, I said Willie Nelson, and then I was like, "Come back to me." But I think that's all I said was Willie Nelson.
That's it. That's all you need.
Willie Nelson or bust. That's it.
Yeah.
I only listen to Willie Nelson. 24/7, redheaded stranger.
All right.
No, but I don't know. Do you mean like influence, our personal influences, or influences on this band?
I think just this band, because
Yeah.
obviously, that's what again going back to the beginning, like all three of you
Right.
bring your own stuff,
Yeah.
between your vocals and your playing and everything. So, but
It's hard. I think it's hard to point to something that all three of us are coming from,
Yeah.
because I was only introduced to so much of the more Americana type music after joining the band. Like
Okay.
I'd heard the songs on the radio throughout the years, but
Yeah.
getting more specifically into bluegrass, old country roots, which some of these songs have. Some of the songs we do covers of.
Yeah.
But then we also do pop songs
Right.
from all the way from the 70s to present day as covers, and so it's really hard to point to like a singular source. I think Sarah and Aaron Joe have some more similar ties in some of their kind of,
Yeah.
but even then there's like so much variation. So
Yeah.
I feel like my stuff is kind of like sometimes reminds me of Tom Waits in this weird way. Like, not that I'm like gravelly,
And
but it's
I
just like
love
this,
Tom
like
Waits.
God's away on business. Like, it's just like I don't know. There's something just like
there's
dark,
like
folk
women
about
whiskey,
it. Yeah.
blues and blood has a very
Yeah, I could see that.
Tom Waits-y
there's
kind of-
I just feel dark and angry
I
sometimes.
love Tom Waits.
I love Tom Waits.
Yeah.
there's a great Tom Waits line, "Heart Attack and Vine." He's like, there's no God, that's just the devil, or there's no devil, there's just God when he's drunk. And, I was like, oh,
That sounds
that
great.
particular line always resonated with me. I was like, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I messed it up, but it is a great line though.
Let's listen to that song after we're
There
done.
you
Yeah.
go.
I think my influence is definitely folk and bluegrass. I really learned how to play in my early 20s when I lived in Nashville, and that was a huge influence. Obviously, living down there, bluegrass and some of the country, old time country, I should say. And over the last like maybe 3 years, I've really been getting really more into the rock category, and my voice changed. It's so bizarre. I have this gravelly kind of smoky thing going on with my voice, and this just kind of happened last summer. It was not here before. Yeah, it pretty much the night I met you was the night that voice. I swear. I mean, I promise you. Like the night we played that night market last year, Women of Rock.
Oh yeah.
That was the night the voice showed up. I was like, "What is going on? I'm gonna roll with this."
All right,
and
go for it.
it's now I have this smoky thing going on
Maybe
that
it's
I'm
this
trying to learn how I
pull.
push it. I'm hitting different octaves that I never knew I could hit before. It came at a great time.
Yeah, good. It works
It came at the perfect time.
I
you
try
know?
to sing. I like to sing like female baritone bass sounds. I'm like, listen, this is where it goes, and I like it.
And then I'm able to take the
like it.
highs higher than
Yeah.
I ever have gone
We'll
before.
stick you in the middle,
And
or
you're in the
wherever
middle,
you
Mil.
want to go.
Mil is in the
You
middle
go
or
wherever you
higher.
want.
Yeah.
You've got some range. You got range. We all got range.
Yeah, I like to take everything and throw it as hard as I can. Like Sia is one of my. I have a Sia tattoo on my arm, like a bird set free.
Oh, nice.
But I like the way she just like belts it to where it's like there's nothing left to give. That's kind of what I try to do with my singing voice. But then my roots are singing Irish music, so I'm basically I'm throwing everything I can in an Irish way.
Hey.
So it's a little different.
Could that be a song?
Oh, yeah.
Like a self-portrait of you.
That'd be
Throwing everything I
awesome.
can in an Irish way.
Yeah.
There you go.
We should do that. We should try writing a song together.
Yes,
God.
amen.
All of our
I'm
songs
really bad
were
at that,
written.
but I'd love to try.
All of our songs
Yeah.
were written separately, and we just
Right.
brought them to the table, and
Yeah.
and put the music to them. But
Yes,
yeah, it'd be fun to try to write one
That would be
together.
really
we
fun.
should try that.
Give me your hands.
What are we making a pledge?
We're putting our hands
pledging-
together.
Okay. Are we praying?
Hands across the podcast. Yay.
So glad this is an audio show right now. People would be like, "What the hell are they doing?"
Oh, here's Michael.
Oh,
Michael's.
sweet.
Oh, that must
of the
means
devil.
it's almost taco time.
Almost taco
Yes,
time.
Do you want to stick around
Taco
for some
time.
tacos?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got plenty. I got plenty of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we
oh,
There's a dog.
there's a.
Little known fact, top secret. We've been harboring a dog this whole time.
I'm sorry. Hey, Mimsy. Mimsy, come here. Come here.
Her name is Mimsy.
She's
She
the
looks
last
like a
Mimsy.
big cotton ball.
She's super poopy.
She's the cotton ball. I stick her in my ear sometimes. just twist her around in there.
Nice.
She's pretty small.
well we mentioned we have a lot of shows coming up. We
Yes.
have our debut album in the works, on the way, coming very soon.
Looking like maybe late August or September.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And but I mean, obviously that's a big one already. But what else is in store for the Dead Roses? You got what else is on the checklist that we want to get done this year?
Album number 2.
Album number
we're-
2.
It's
And-
almost written. It's
Yes, it's,
We all have some extra songs that we've all written that we didn't get to record on the first one. So we have probably half of the
plus
second
the song that
album.
we're gonna write each other.
each other, right?
With
exactly.
each other.
So yeah,
And
album
then
number 2 may be ready to record in
I would
spring.
really, really like to get a bus, like a little bus. I've been looking at some buses online.
I do want to take it on too. Like
and I would love to have a bus and do like little
do like a
miniature
Midwest
tours.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'd
a
really like
Kansas
to.
City, like
yeah,
you were-
I'd like to do Tulsa, Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
Kansas City, Columbia, St.
Chicago.
Louis,
Right.
Nashville,
Chicago,
Atlanta,
Nashville. I
and then
know.
circle back.
St. Louis is a great place to be like from a band area because you can go
Right.
anywhere.
Yep.
And it's only like 5 hours. It's 5 hours to Nashville, 5 hours to Memphis, 5 hours to Chicago, 4
Right.
hours to Kansas City.
I can make it to Chicago in 3.
Girl, what? I don't doubt it. I don't know if you've noticed, but she's the firecracker of our group. Drinking,
As I hold a fifth of Fireball in my
it's
hand.
perfect. So yeah, but yes, that's. We'd like to be like do a little tour, have some more photo shoots. I'd like to make a music video.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to like get our stuff like
That's
really
what we should
super
do.
tight
Let's
sounding,
make a music
and get like
video.
the most perfect. Like get 3 songs, one for each of us that are like ship shape, perfect recordings, right? Just how you want them, and then get like a professionally done music video.
So Molly Shepard, we need. to
There's a
do.
story in that
There's a
right
story
there.
there.
Right. I already have that
Got
movie
it.
in my head. So
Got it.
boom.
Got it.
Done and done. Yes.
That would be,
yeah.
yeah,
You
that
guys
would
will be
a
my
lot of fun.
accomplices killing this man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I would think that'd be a ton of fun, especially
Yeah.
like to create those characters.
Right.
Get dressed up and play those parts and stuff.
Yeah.
So that'd be a fun video for sure.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that you see our vision.
Yeah.
Okay, what else, Milo? What are the other 2 songs?
Okay, so
Milo's gonna pick yours too. Do it.
oh gosh, The Man will be a
I
great
know. I feel like The Man is
video.
very underrated just because it's like slower, but it's such a good song.
But like it could all be from the perspective of just
Right.
you
It would touch so many people.
and
too.
you could be like different people passing through in different ways, but like
It's a hard
but like all
song,
from
yeah.
your perspective.
Yeah,
Right.
that I wrote that the
Dad.
day my dad's cancer came back.
Yeah.
It just came. It's hard to play on stage.
Right. I understand that. We all, yeah.
So beautiful.
Everybody.
I need to write a happy song. He made it to remission now, so
That's good.
it's time for a happier tune maybe.
Yeah.
And just nobody here gets out alive at the end of the end of it, you know.
Be like a phoenix, he comes back from the ashes.
Maybe we all come back.
Ooh,
wanna
maybe
come
that's
back.
called Maybe We
I
All
wanna-
Come Back.
I want to come back as an eagle.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I want to be. Yeah.
Okay, and then what's the other one?
I would like
thanks,
to
babe.
do Devil and I, but I think
Yes.
Devil and I as a video would be an awesome one to just have like all like candid kind of stuff and us on stage and like more like a natural view of us kind of thing.
I'm down for
Which
whatever.
I think we should be shooting more like between sets kind of video, like you know, like if we're playing at Bottle and Barrel and we're like out in the side alley kind of thing. But like I think of videos of us because we take pictures and stuff, and people take pictures of us. But I think it would be really cool because I kind of touched on it with that little promo thing we did.
Yeah.
But made a little promo video for the band, and it had like
That's
photos
awesome.
and it had some live video.
I thought
But
it
I
was
would love
very
to
cool.
do a music video that's just all much more candid. Because anytime I see those kind of music videos, I know it's been done like a million times, but it really kind of captures people's personalities, and I love our personalities that are here, and I would love to.
What personality? What?
I would love that to really be portrayed in some way at some point.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get that tour bus, and then you'll hit the road, and then you have record all that footage.
The road trip.
Yeah.
That,
The late nights
that's how we
and
make the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
we record the.
Rasputin. Speaking of 70s disco.
Yeah, we record. Record the tour for sure. That would definitely be a music video within
Yeah.
itself.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens for this group. Obviously, it's just I think
you,
they're
Shane.
happy to help. This is I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, we got a lot of big things happening, and it's exciting to see. So,
Thank you.
again, so get involved. Dead Roses again on your Facebook and Instagram. Keep an eye out for the release party and get a copy of their record when you can. So hopefully we'll have that very, very soon for you, everybody. So,
Yay.
but yeah, you mentioned tour bus, and I've had this crazy idea of also trying to get my own bus. Like,
You want to drive us?
well, I can do that too.
Tour bus secure, driver Shane. Perfect.
That is actually a joke. I mean, hopefully it happens one of these days. But
Podcaster on a bus.
well, that too. But I've often joked about like once one of my friends make it big, I'll drive the tour bus kind of thing. And
Yeah.
so hopefully, somebody take me up on that opportunity sometime.
I'll take you up. Get the bus.
Let's do
You're
it.
hired.
Please.
yeah, I'll
Shane is hired.
All right.
I'll get my CDL and.
There you go.
But also, I've had there's this show on YouTube series. It's a Jam in the Van. I don't know if you ever seen that, but it's like literally that's what they do. They put a band in the back of this like van and they jam.
Oh, cool.
And they show up at like festivals and different stuff and like
Yes,
and
festivals.
it's really cool what they do, and they create like really neat videos, and sometimes they have like 7-8 piece band or whatever, and everybody's like squeezed in the back there trying to play, and it's just a neat concept. But I saw that, and it kind of inspired me. Like I was like, man, that'd be kind of fun to like get like an old bus and like put a couple mics in it and have like a mobile podcast studio and just roll up to.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Jump in the bus.
Yeah,
That's
so-
super cool.
So maybe
Buses are great.
maybe one day I'll get
bus
my own bus and make it happen and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, one day we'll get it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when you said that, that's what came to mind. Was
I like that.
my
Let's
bus.
combine efforts.
Yeah,
Let's get
sure.
we can pull your bus with our giant bus, and then you'll have like a smaller bus, and we'll just like
Buses on buses.
buses on buses.
Sounds kind of kinky.
Yep. I'm into that.
Yep. Well, very cool. This has been a ton of fun getting to hang with you all. But
It's going to be really fun when we're all munching tacos together.
Yep.
right.
Yes,
Time to get the
the
tacos
Dead
on.
Roses Munch Tacos in
Wow, that could
10 minutes.
so many-
10 minutes from now.
And that's a wrap, huh, Shane?
Shane's
This
sticking
show just
around
got
to munch
really
on some
interesting
tacos
all of a
too.
sudden.
I'm going to clear that up. It's
That's the name of our album.
Yeah.
Yeah, munching tacos.
munching tacos.
Cut.
It's going to be taco feast.
Edit that out, Michael. Edit it out.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Awkward.
I will
For
see
having
you all
us.
soon.
Yes. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you, Shane.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.